I mean, I have the feeling that you could have just shot them dead there. You don't know if they have another bomb on them.
Right.
But what's going on in the cops' minds? If I shoot this guy, I'll get in trouble. You know,
right.
The only reason why these guys lived and nobody died is because their fallibility.
100% agreed. What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. And last night, Greg Gutfeld just absolutely cooked. He said the things that we all want to say about the invasion of our country, the quiet invasion, the invasion that for years we weren't allowed to say, we weren't allowed to talk about because we would be called phobic or racist or whatever it is. And there's two particular clips of absolute fire that I wanted to share with you, because the idea of like this self-destructive empathy that mostly white liberal women have adopted and destroyed this country. I mean, let me know if you agree. Leave a like if you agree that, oh, that Huckapuppa's a handsome puppy. Are you a good boy? Yeah, you're a good puppy. I'm trying to be mad. Oh. Ah, you bit my beard, dog. You bit my beard. All right, okay. We got to go back to work. Okay. Leave a like if you agree that white liberal women are the most destructive force on the planet. Now, let's look at these couple of clips. He's always very happy when he gets back in from his walks. He's very happy to see Papa. So let's see here. This, dropping truth nukes live on air.
This is just my opinion. I don't want this to happen. But what drives me, yes, I do. Do I? I don't know. Anyway,
there's a little bit of weird buzz in the audio. That's not on my end. That's on the clip. So sorry about that. But this is the clip that's out there.
Between that is we can decapitate Iran, kill their leader, and we can't rub out two parasites on the street who just tried to kill a bunch of people.
I mean, yeah, I agree. Now, I have to be careful with how I word this, but I feel like, hey, you know what? Hypothetically, in a video game, would like having a couple of summary executions just really be all that bad? I know they get their trial, but like, he's saying what I feel like. Why don't you just take care of it right there on the street? 50 cents. Boom, boom. Done. This is what we do to your martyrs. It's what would happen in Iran. It's what would happen in any of these Middle Eastern countries. But no, we're like, well, let's turn them into superstars. Let's turn them into, make sure their face is all over every every newspaper. And go ahead and inspire other people to do the same thing.
I mean, I have the feeling that you could have just shot them dead there. You don't know if they have another bomb on them.
Right.
But what's going on in the cops' minds? If I shoot this guy, I'll get in trouble.
Right.
The only reason why these guys lived and nobody died is because their fallibility.
100% agreed. 100% agreed. There is a very real, like, we talk about like soft targets all the time. We talk about, schools or, protection-free zones. Our entire country is a soft target for these people. We're living in like a crazy la-la land, like just a mini rant here. Okay. I get it. I'm a fact internet guy that reads other people's articles or plays clips, and I understand that I am soft. I understand that. I understand that I live a life of, I don't really have to worry about some guy running up on the street and, yelling about the all-you-can-eat snack bar. I understand that there isn't wars going on like in my neighborhood. I understand all of that, but I don't think most Americans do. I mean, I think my viewers do. These people that we're importing because white liberal women say we're supposed to, they are cut from a different cloth. Almost, I mean, literally and figuratively. We are like parasites to them. Taking our lives is no different than stepping on an ant. They will never assimilate. They don't want to assimilate. They want to conquer. They want to bring their way of living, their hellholes here. And people just won't wake up to that. Again, not my viewers. But you see it in the way they vote. You see it in the way that they choose who should and who shouldn't be canceled. You see it in, the way that these people talk, the way that these people interact. They have no idea when they say, oh, well, they were just, some, blah, some kids, this, that, the other thing. Like, what? Do you understand that these people will would happily take your life, right? Like happily. They think that makes them have a better afterlife. That is their belief, is that if they take your life, a non-believer, they will be rewarded in their afterlife. Why are we treating them as equals in our justice system?
Their bombs didn't go off. 20 years ago, they would have been shot dead. And that might actually save more lives.
I don't know. Honestly, 20 years ago, I don't know that that's true. Barack Obama's the president. I'm like doing the math, I think. That would have been 2006. Yeah. Right?
Lives by sending a message that we will shoot you on sight. Instead, however, everybody's going like, I can't do that because that'll be brazen. Me just saying that is brazen Islamophobia. Well, call me an Islamophobic if I want two terrorists. Right. ISIS-inspired means ISIS, period. They should be dead.
You didn't mean that Islam was not welcoming of other faiths. It is. The text affirms that I'm Christian.
They are. Are you joking, brother? They are not welcoming of other faiths. They have a word for us, what kafirs or whatever, kafirs, whatever. The guy literally yelled, look at Greg Gutfeld's face, like.
This is why I want to make sure.
Monotheistic faith, but not polytheistic.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you didn't. That's not what you were saying.
Says it. I don't think.
Yeah, I think
there's a lot of Christians.
I think there are many who fall short of the text.
Let me be very clear.
Yeah. No. Islam, as far as most of us know, is not, in fact, welcoming of other faiths. They think that you are an infidel.
The Christian text has a lot of things. A lot of Christians fall short. So I just want you. I don't want you.
Who's this clown?
You didn't mean what, because you were saying Islam may not be welcoming.
Everything that I say, Harold. I mean everything. Look, if I've been around on this country since 2001, I've seen a lot of people bend over backwards to say that this is a religion of peace. And for the large part, I agree with it, but you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot of people. Of course, all practitioners of Islam are not terrorists, but certainly an overwhelming amount of terrorists are Muslim.
Correct.
So we have to live with that. That's a reality. And if we run from that reality, we will never figure this out.
Hey, Greg, it's mostly peaceful terrorism.
Yeah, that was a mostly peaceful bomb. It didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly peaceful. I mean, this is again, the trouble is that people can't talk about things out in public openly like they should. People don't, they don't talk about the realities of it. And it's the truth.
Is it Islamophobic to wonder or suggest that Islam is not as welcoming to other religions as religions are to them? It's just, I just wonder, because I never hear this equation in reverse. I'm glad that the cops might have saved the mayor's wife's life. It's going to make it hard for her to like the ISIS post, though.
It is going to be. It's going to be hard for her to do that. Yeah.
It's going to be tough for her. Zoran is a naturalized immigrant, and many of these violent, hateful people are the same. I don't think that this idealized nation of immigrants that we talk about means anything unless there's a common denominator. We've forfeited the expectation of assimilation.
Right.
We no longer even, we don't, it's not like we don't even demand it. We don't even expect it. And
I expect it. But yeah, I mean, that is the reality that this country no longer expects it. And we're a melting pot. The melting pot is a lie. Okay. The melting pot is ridiculous. The melting pot means that traditional American values must be forfeit to, in my opinion, lesser ones. That's what the melting pot is. The melting pot is a dilution. It is not a delicious gumbo that gets better the more crap you add to it. All right. Traditional American values are what I support. And I do not think bringing in people from third world countries does anything but dilute that. It does not make this country safer. It does not make this country better. It does not make this country more cultured. It does not make this country more profitable. It doesn't make this country more, have a brighter future. Everything it does dilutes traditional American values, the values that got us where we are today.
We're too scared to reject their anti-American positions, all for the sake of appearing tolerant. This is what you get, suicidal empathy. We extend our hand, they want to chop it off. There's a vibe shift going on over the last 20 years. When you see the media covering for terrorists, that's different than, say, 2000.
Well, CNN did cover for it. Here, let me show you a perfect example of that. CNN deletes. CNN deleted a post about two teens involved in the New York protest escalation. Quote, fail to reflect the gravity of the incident, thereby breaching the editorial standards we require for reporting. They're two teens crossed the border. What could have been a normal day in their life? No, you forgot to say that they were Terrys. Right?
6, when the mayor leads with Islamophobia after a terrorist attack, that's interesting.
It's disgusting. It's an absolute joke. There's no other word for it. It's an absolute joke. Oh, right-wing provocateur. Oh. Yeah, I don't care. You know what Jake didn't do? Try to take a bunch of people's lives that day. But Zoran Mamdani was like, my. He didn't even call out the people that did it. He was happy to skirt around that nonsense. So shout out to Greg Gutfeld. There's a reason this man is the king of late night. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.